What's going on, everybody? OG here, back with another Magic the Gathering deck review. Now, just a fair warning, this is a kind of an older deck. I don't know if any of these cards are legal still or if they were legal at one point, but all I know is I played it back in the day. This is like around, I don't know, 2010, 2011, 2012. So that is that. And before we get into the deck list, quick shout out to my other channel with Mikey and Shuey, Pokemon 24/7. We got all kinds of deck reviews and tabletop Pokemon games. So go check that out over there. And without further ado, let's get into this deck review. Now, again, there's kind of some older cards here. I don't know if they're any good anymore, if they were ever good, but this is one of the decks I like to play with back in the day. It's a mono red fire, and it's a dragon deck. Oh, yeah. So we got some spicy stuff here. So, start things out with, we're going to do, let's see here. We got a 3 count of the Dragon Speaker Shaman. All right. Right there, 1 and 2 mountains. Dragon spells you cast cost 2 less to cast. All right. A little 2/2. I mean, it's just out there to help you get the dragons out a little bit faster, a little bit easier. All right. And start with the dragons. We have a 3 count of the Balefire Dragons. All right. Flying, well, it costs 5 and 2 mountains. Flying, 6/6. All right. And whenever this Balefire Dragon deals combat damage to a player, it deals that much damage to each creature that player controls. Very spicy card. We got a 3 count of that. Get that going. Oh, oh, oh. And then, so it's a flying 6/6. So if your people don't have anything with flying or reach out there, it's a very good card to have and a very hard card to block if you don't have anything to do with flying. So 3 Balefire Dragons. And some dragons here that I like to play with that really mess stuff up. 4 count. Oh man, I'm gonna butcher this name. The Atfera Hellkite. Alright, 6 and 2 mountains. Pretty costly, but I'll show you how we get those out. Other than the Dragon Speaker Shamans here. But flying, 6/6. And whenever a dragon I control attacks, put a 6/6 red dragon creature token out with flying onto the battlefield. So you tap with 3 dragons, you put three tokens out, 6/6 dragons with flying. Yeah. So that just starts building up your board even more. If they don't have anything with flying, it's pretty much it's donezo. All right. So we got 4 count of the Hellkite there. And then we have a 2 count of the Flame Blast Dragon. 4, 2 mountains. 5/5. Flying. And whenever Flame Blast Dragon attacks, you may pay X and 1 fire. And if you do, Flame Blast Dragon deals X damage to target creature or player. So essentially that says if I have 7 mana out there and I tap 1 and 6 while he's attacking, I can put 6 damage either on a creature that's trying to block or 6 damage right to the person that I'm trying to face. So he's a little spiced there. Try to get some damage down. And there'll be a way to put some more for the X cost. We're gonna get some more mana in there, and then we have a few one ofs. All right, either because I only had one of them, or probably just because I probably had one of them, or I didn't have room. So one of the Mordant Dragon, 3 and 3 fires or 3 mountains, flying 5/5, and this has tap 1 in a mountain, and then Mordant Dragon gets a +1/+0 to end a turn. So I'm not too sure, but I think if you tap like 2, 4, 6, you get +3. If you tap 6 of them. It's been a while. That might be incorrect, but it doesn't say you can only do it once a turn or whatever like that. So I think you just tap 6 and +3. And then whenever this dragon deals combat damage to a player, you may have it deal that much damage to a creature that player controls. So that's a pretty cool spice card in there. I got another one of Thunder Maul Hellkite, another Hellkite in there, a 3 and 2 mountains, 5/5, flying and haste. Haste is doesn't have summoning sickness, so once you put it on the board, you can swing with it right away. And when Thunder Maul Hellkite enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to each creature with flying to your opponent's. Okay, hold on. Let me redo that. All right. When this Hellkite enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to each creature with flying your opponent controls. Then tap those creatures. So that's pretty cool. If you have a whole bunch of flying out there, and you have the Hellkite out there putting 6/6 flyers out there, and you want to start attacking, but they have something to deal with flying, they have flyers, put that guy out, do a damage to those flyers, and then tap them. So then your other um, flying dragons would just go right through that stuff. Very, very cool. Then we got Hellkite Tyrant. Another Hellkite. There's a lot of Hellkites in this deck. 4, 2 mountains, 6/5, flying trample. Whenever Hellkite Tyrant deals damage to a player, gain control of an artifact that player controls. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 20 or more artifacts, you win the game. So that's kind of like if you go up against an artifact deck, hey man, you start taking control of those artifacts so we can, probably get a dub that way. So that's pretty cool. Hellkite Tyrant. And then we have a Mirror Wing Dragon. 3, 2 mountains, a 4/5, flying, and whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery spell that targets only Mirror Wing Dragon, that player copies that spell for each other creature he or she controls that the spell controls target. The spell could target. Each copy target a different one of those creatures. So basically, Mirror Wing is, kind of like a bounce, like a reverberate. You just take that thing, copy it, and then give it to a different person, different creature. And the last one of Dragon in this deck is the Molten Steel Dragon. All right, it's an artifact creature, a dragon, 4 and either 2 fire or 2 mountain, sorry, or you can pay 2 life for one of these life counters. So there's 2 of those, and it's flying. You can either do 1 mountain or 2 life, and you can get dragon gets +1/+0 to end turn. So you can just boost them up real quick if you need to take a quick knockout, do the final damage to a player or whatever. Cool card. So we got that in there. So those are all the dragons and the dragon speaker shamans. So we got some very good firepower there. get those things out. And then to start out with the sorceries and instances and enchantments and all that kind of spells, we have oh man, I'm gonna butcher this name again. Ruination. All right, a sorcery, 3 and 1 mountain, destroy all non-basic lands. So you go out there with those, tap and it's either this or this, or tap and there's 2 manas, or anything that's not a basic land. Throw that down and destroy them all. Very disruptive. This deck doesn't have any special lands. It's all fire. They're all mountains. So that's a really cool card to use. Then we got 2 Fever. Alright, the enchantment cards. 2 and a mountain. Creatures you control have haste. Alright, so that's all that does. Right? So Fever comes down, and any of those dragons that you come down, bam, has haste and swing right away. Kind of like those Hellkites. Get it down, get it swing, get more dragons out. Cool card, I like that. Fever. And then we got a 3 count of Reverberate. Right there. 2 mountains. Copy target instant or sorcery spell. You may choose new target for the copy. So let's say someone tries to lightning bolt me. Bam. I'll instant, right? Reverberate, copy the instant or sorcery, and give a new target. So I can copy the lightning bolt or whatever, and either put like 3 damage on there, 3 damage to the player. It's a cool, quick instant to kind of not shield me, but bounce back. Give it back, reverberate. And now here's some of the cards that I really like using in this deck because we have a little bit of higher count mana cost. And, for these things, the whole +1, if you tap 1 or life or whatever. So to get 4 of these, it's a Pyretic Ritual, alright? 1 and 1 mountain. You just add 3 fire or 3 mountains to your mana pool. Boom. Alright? So that's really cool. So you essentially pay 2 to add 3. Alright? It's a +1. We'll get into that, tell you how that goes there. Alright? It's a combo. So then the second one piece of this combo, a 4 of Seething Song, alright? Tap 2 in a mountain, add 5, alright? See where we're going? Tap 2, add 3, 3, 5. So right now, if we just tap 2 and use this to this, we use 2 to get 5, so it's a +3 so far. So that's really cool right there. And then to round out the combo, alright, we have Geosurges. 4 count Geosurges. It's tap 4 mountains. And what is that? 7? And then your add 7 mountains to your mana pool. Spend this mana only on casting artifacts or creature spells. So you tap 2, you add 3, right? And then you use Seething Song, you add 5. And then you add 5, bam, 7, and you got the +1. So 8. Look, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6. Alright? 5. So you do that combo, it's essentially bringing out something right away. And then these, the Dragon Speaker Shamans, just makes it that much easier, minus that. So instead of 6 and 2 mountains, the Hellkite is 4 and 2 mountains. A little easier to come out. You don't have to use all these things to whatever. I was thinking about putting a Red Sun Zenith in here just to do a whole bunch of damage, but apparently I don't. Alright, so that could change if I decide to pick up this deck again. So, and then the rest are just mountains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 25. Again, it was a while ago. I don't know if it was optimal to run that many mountains, right? But I don't know. It's just, playing Pokemon, some decks have 6 energies, 10 energies, uh, 0 energies if you're running like a Snorlax stall deck. But this 25 mountains, right? So there we go. So we get the mountains, we get the ritual, the song, and the Geosurges, and we just get the dragons out, especially those Hellkites, and just start swinging. It's aggressive. It can be very aggressive. I mean, you only need 2 mana to do that, right? So if you have this, this, and this in your hand, 2 mana out, turn 2, right? Bam, bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. There's a Hellkite, right? And then with a Shaman out there, flying, get haste, fever out there, get it going. By turn 2 or 3, you're already swinging with dragons and already putting dragons out. So very aggressive. It burns people, no pun intended. All right. So, I mean, this isn't one of my favorite decks that I played. Like, if you've seen a couple of deck reviews before, my favorite deck I like playing was the Enchantment Bubble, right? The Enchantment Bubble deck and the Eldrazi. This one was just an aggro uh, fire dragon deck, right? It was like kind of a theme deck that I was trying out and saw some success with. So that is it for the fire deck, the dragon deck. I like dragons; they're pretty cool creatures. So let me know down in the comments if this many energies are optimal nowadays. Back then, around, I don't know, 2012, 2011, it was, it worked for me. Everybody that I was playing, I mean, I did win a fair amount of times, and I have actually sent people home crying, leaving their cards at my house. There's a story about that in the other deck reviews. You'll hear about that. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you think. If you like any of these cards, I like the Balefire, I like the Hellkites, of course. Let me know what you think about that. Leave a like and subscribe, everybody. And yeah, that's it for the Mono Fire Dragon deck. More contests coming out. I have a spicy was like mono white human deck that just puts out a whole bunch of humans and just a quick. It's a cap deck, I like to call it. We got Rings of Oblivion out there, Journeys to Nowhere. So creatures that you bring out and you exile cards and they stay exiled till that card is out of the picture. So you know where that's going. So look out for that. And yeah, more stuff is coming on the way. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you guys later. It's getting warm out there. Stay hydrated, everybody. See you later, guys.